G'day folks. Well, it's Friday afternoon and I've had a busy week at work and I'm just kicking back here, actually sitting on the bench, and I've put the camera up on the stand and I thought, well, I want to do a vid. And I've got a lot of stuff sort of bubbling away in my brain, and I really want to talk about, on this video, why is it so successful? What are the secrets? And I want to share that with you guys, because there's probably a few things that you really, maybe you know, if you've watched sort of previous videos and then you've pieced it all together. Well, good on you. But for those that don't, I just want to let you know what are the little secrets that I feel. Well, I know it's true. So it's not what I feel. It's what I know. It's in the engine, and I mean that in the sense of, why has it got bugger all lag? Why is it very responsive? Why does the thing get going very quickly? I'm talking this before even boost gets on. Well, the engine on its own is quite a peppy little motor. It's not sitting there waiting for the old boost to ramp up. It gets going on its own. And that's why it's a very successful little setup. The heads, I think, I contribute the heads to a lot of the success that I have with the engine out of boost. Those heads are a high port design, and they offer a very small port, so they don't have a huge CC. Don't ask me the CC, I can find out if anyone wants to know. But they're a small port design. And what does that tell you? The airspeed from down low is incredible. This thing, off idle, is very responsive, and it makes a reasonable amount of power under 3,000 revs. So what that does, if you're making a nice bit of power under 3,000, or before the turbo starts to ramp, it's going to encourage that turbo very quickly and early than it would normally if you hadn't paid any of the attention to the engine. It runs around 9.7 to 1 compression. We have a nice little low design single plane manifold, so we don't have a huge expanse of volume in the manifold. We've got a nice port design, small port design, and a raised up port, so there's less radius into the head. So we're getting a great throttle response, great airspeed, basically off idle. And they were the key points when I built this engine. I wanted something that would just ramp on its own, just kick that throttle and encourage that turbo to get going. And I've achieved it, and that's, I think, a lot of the reason why it's as good as it is. So it's about attention to detail. That turbo is matched perfectly for this engine. You could not find a better turbo size that would complement this motor for what I'm using it. If I was drag racing it, it all changes. You would want a bigger camshaft, open the heads up. It's all about horsepower. But for me, it's all about the whole package through the rev range. I need really something that pulls from 1500, 2000 revs and gets going quickly. I haven't got time to sit there and wait for the boost to kick in. I need the thing to get up and get going, and I've achieved that. And that's why when you watch the videos, it's very reactive and it's very successful. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys, and I hope that you're sort of getting a bit of an understanding on what my methodology, my ideology is with this build. and why it's really quite successful. So it's quite amazing, really. It really still blows me out of the water on how quick and how you've really got to really be, you know, sharp as a tack when you're driving this thing, because if it don't, it'll just suddenly get up and get going before you even know it. So that's it, basically it. And if there's any questions you guys want to know or fire my way, look, I'm more than happy to answer them. I really am. I've got a club day coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm really hanging out for it, guys. I'm just so excited. I've got the car all gutted out, I've got no carpet in the thing now, and I've actually cleaned it all back, and I've got it sort of looking fairly clean in there. So that's ready for the cage. I've got my header pipes and all that. I'm just in the throes of shielding a few little bits and pieces under there just to protect it. And yeah, I'm very excited. So it'll be a great test, and I'm going to have some fantastic footage for you too. So I'm going to put the camera where I normally put it, and I'll hopefully get it in under the diff and show you guys how the diff noses up and down before we do the suspension mods. So yes, very exciting, and I can't wait. Alright guys, well, thank you all you new subscribers jumping on. I hope you're enjoying my channel. I've got lots more to put up, and yes, so I won't be too far away with another vid. Alright, I'll catch you later.